Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Barkar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Hakim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Hakim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to y'all out there. And this is another sit-down lesson in the news on this April the 17th, 2022, on this Sunday night at 10:58 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this is a news article from rtworldnews.com. And the highlight of this article, and it reads, been published on April 18th, 2022 at 1:52. And once again, the highlight of this news article, and it reads from RT.com, World News. Turkey launches military operation in Iraq, a cross-border ground offense supported by artillery jets, helicopters, and drones. Ankara has begun a major cross-border military offense targeting Kurdistan's Workers' Party (PKK) militants in the northern part of Iraq, according to the Turkey Defense Ministry. The operation involves an extensive airstrike campaign using jets, helicopters, and drones, as well as ground incursion by commanding troops. Defense Minister Hulusi Akar announced in a video addressing on Monday morning. It says Akar claims it successfully destroyed multiple bunkers, tunnels, and ammunition depots, as well as military headquarters of the PKK in northern Iraq border areas in Mitana, Zap, and Bashini before its grounding forces. If I pronounced those names right, please forgive me on that one. Move into the neighboring state. It is unclear how many troops and military hardware are involved in the operation. It says our operation is continuing successfully as planned. The targets that were set for the first phase has been achieved, and Akar said, cited by AP. The Turkish forces are only targeting the TERRISTS, taking extra precautions to avoid the loss of civilians' lives and damaging to control heritage, the minister claimed. It says our struggle will continue until the last TERROIST is neutralized, he said. We are determined to save our noble nation from the TERROR misfortune that have plagued our country for 40 years. The PKK is a Kurdish militant political organization, an armed guerrilla movement who fight for a independent Kurdistan, has been battling Akar since 1984 in a war that has claimed more than 40,000 lives over the years. Turkey has conducted multiple military operations against the PKK, which is based in northern Iraq, and has used the territory to field insurgents in the eastern part of Turkey. It says the PKK has been designed a terrorist group by the US, UK, and EU. Wow, I didn't know that. It says, however, the Kurds were an important ally to the West and the United States. Didn't know that. In the fight against the Islamic State terrorists, both in Syria and Iraq, Washington maintains a military forthood in Syrian Kurdish-controlled regions, while the Iraqi Kurdistan regions host several American military installations and U.S. consults in Erbil, Iraq. And I think this is a video right here. I don't want to hear my video be copyright claimed, so I muted that video.
Defenders continue to hold the defense, said an advisor to Mariupol's mayor in response.
Oh, city still is not falling. There is still our military forces, our
So, that was a military operation. It was showing the drones, the helicopters and everything, the mission of Turkey was doing over there against the PKK militants in the northern part of Iraq. So, they've been into it with each other for a very long time. So they was continuing, the operation of this. So, I'm going to bring out a scripture where it says, the nation should rise against nations. And it's been continuing for a while. You have nations been long at war with each other, and then it further increased. The nations should rise against nations, even though they've been having this long war animosity towards one another, and as it still continues on to this day. Same similarity over there in Yemen with a Saudi coalition. They was having a war with the Iran-backed Houthis in that region. Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit tomorrow. Like 30% chance though. Yeah. Yeah, HDMI.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to change the input of it. There you go. All right, Mom. All right, see you in the morning. Slovakia. I had to help my OG with some. But yeah, back to what I was saying, just like same similarities of the operation with the Turkish military doing over there against the PKK, and then you had the same similar situation, even though the years of the wars were a little bit kind of different from one another. Just like this Saudi Arabia coalition. And even though they was backed by United States allies as well too. Over there in Yemen. Versus the Iran-backed Houthi rebels that lasted from 2015 all the way into now. So that let you know, even though these nations have long time continuous wars against one another, and it's still gonna further, the nations should rise against nations, even though these nations have long continuous wars with each other for a very long time. It's still continuing to this day. Even if they might have moments of it might be a little peace treaty or a ceasefire momentarily, but the nation is going to increase to go back at war with each other once again. So, especially in the last days, there's going to be furthermore increase of these different nations and different kingdoms going against one another. Even though they've been having a long war with each other, it's going to still continue, in the last days. And this is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 8, and it reads, "For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles, and these are the beginning of sorrows." Because we are in those stages of a beginning of sorrows, of continuing wars, even though we are so used to hearing these wars for a very long time, but it's going to continue to escalate further and more, of these nations going against one another, uproars of the people, sedition among men. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and all these global events, because these are biblical prophecies in the times that we are currently living in. And there's going to be furthermore things that's biblical prophecies according to the Holy Scriptures, because the Holy Scripture tells you these things, which is going on right now in the world today, So with that, I hope this quick sit-down lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom in the Bible ball.